Hello and welcome to another session of Rapscallion. Last time we left off with our crew of the Starseeker there in Horizon, the pirate city, and we did some things and we kind of ended. We're still in Horizon to have ourselves a chance to do stuff. We ended with the captain talking with one of his former colleagues, also accompanied by Nonius. So we have today we're going to start with Vern and Nonius talking with Robles. Robles is the duelist from last time. They had a little interaction, altercation, and then tempers were cooled a little bit, and they were going to go and have a drink. So we're kind of flashing back a little bit to that. So Nanius is still wearing a bandana at this point. Uh, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to come to Cass and see what Cass is up to. There were some boats that were screaming. We'll see what's up with
I
that, maybe.
know, right?
So do that. So Nanius, Vern, uh, Robles will take you to uh, a tea house nearby, and we'll buy around, and we'll sit and we'll say, so what's your business in Horizon?
Well, you know, pirates, captains, it's all very high level things. We're quite here to have a great time, but why not have a good time along the way?
And you, Vern, you seem like a person who perhaps is more given to talking pleasantries, perhaps telling me what's going on. What's up with you?
Uh, well, I don't have any specific business on this island, but um, that just means I'm free to uh, have any business I choose.
And what business do you choose, Vern? I'm very curious.
Well, I've never been here before, so I'm not sure. I'm just uh, looking to learn new things, have new experiences. That's the point of going anywhere, isn't it?
Well, some people say it is. I don't know if that's entirely my take on it. But certainly, I mean, Horizon is a wonderful place. I don't know if you strike me by your manner and demeanor that the archivist's section of the city might be to your liking, but there are other places, gambling houses, drinking establishments, dueling lodges, all of those sorts of things.
Well,
Uh,
if we're being totally honest here, stories of you were part of what drew me here.
really, that's interesting.
Well, it's the ghost of a sword. I mean, how could I not? There have been so few true challenges recently in my life.
I just kind of look at him like, what? So few. I remember you flying through the air not long ago. Okay.
Do
I
you
just I have to say the giant squids
No,
in
I
the
think I
sea,
just
it
give him a
doesn't
look
seem
like,
like they're
what?
nearly what they used to be.
Um, no, actually, I think I do mention something about like, yeah, I distinctly remember you having several interesting challenges recently. Um,
Interesting is not something we're short on, definitely. It's just you really want something that makes you sweat.
there was a giant crocodile 3 days ago. What?
Oh yeah. It's been so long.
Well, it seems to me that, and I think actually, Vern, I would like you to roll parlay here.
Yeah, come on, Nanias, I'm hyping you up here. Let's uh, wait, I'll
And you
play
roll that
the
with
roller.
polish.
Roller.
I'll even give you a +1 for the Nonius wingman in this discussion here.
Okay, cool. 7.
7. So why don't you tell me your story first? And then I will tell you a story.
Who is this directed at?
Well, I heard something about a crocodile. I heard something about a squid, and it sounded to me like they were two different stories. But I'm sure that you have very interesting tales as well, Vern. So pick your poison.
Yeah, at that, Nonius isn't interrupting, but he does like looks for a minute, takes off his cape, sort of adjusts his shoulders as the chains rattle on his bare chest.
Robles will look back at you. Aren't you going to get cold?
Oh, and that's another story.
And then we'll turn
What
back to look
is?
at you. Vern, you seem like a person who knows words. I look forward to hearing the poetry of your story.
I'm remembering the captain's comments about my book.
A little dry and dusty.
Yeah. Like, okay. Um, yeah, I will happily tell her all about the
Yeah.
squid and
So,
the
which story
ice.
do you want to focus in on? Do you want to tell a story of something that you've done? Do you want to tell a story of something that Nanius has done? Something that the crew has done? What do you think?
I think I'll tell her about our encounter with the squid and how we all fought it and froze it ultimately.
And not
Because both Nanius and I had like d- big showy things to talk about in that.
And
uh
Nonius will definitely show up, like pulls his pant leg all the way up, shows his thigh, big scar from the beak of that thing, holds the pant leg up a little too long.
that looks like that could have been infected.
Ah, I mean,
Is that how you lost the arm?
that, no, that was much older, much worse.
It has the sigils of your former order?
Uh, to be honest, I never really considered myself a part of the order. It was a personal service to, I was always dedicated to one person. She was dedicated to the order, but I to her.
So when you left the order, I'm assuming there's no ill will and they bear no grudge against you because they didn't think you were part of the order, right?
Oh no, I'm fairly certain they would be more than happy to hunt me across the seas and bury me in the depths.
So there is a thing, a technique that was passed down in a school. There are many sword schools across this wonderful land. Certainly, the Sanctuary of the Blade holds many of them, but there are schools elsewhere. I was raised the child of one of these families. My great grandfather, my grandfather, my father, in turn, teaching and training and passing down the techniques of that particular school. And there was a art that was learned, a power that could be invoked, a thing that which could be done, uh, that sounds metaphorical, but in fact is literal. And it is when a sword master, blade forged for them, blade they've trained with, have learned with, when they become one with it, that they can awaken the soul of a sword. And this grants them further insights into the powers of dueling. When a thing has a soul, it can die. And normally, when it dies as all of us do. Well, and they'll look at you, Nonius, and kind of most of us. But as you know, there are weird things in this world. And I fought a thing and it killed my sword, but it did not let my sword die. And that is the blade that I have now.
I I understand a deep service to something which is gone but never leaves you. Death is so much less of a barrier than people think it is.
That is very true.
So, tell me more about the arts that you've learned with your hands.
Ah, yes. Why would I do that?
Well, perhaps I could show you something interesting as well.
I appreciate the offer, but these are arts that are passed down from parent to child, and I will not be handing them on to anyone else. But I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm certain that your skills are uh, striking. Certainly sounded like you did a number on the squid with those arts. How do you train to duel a squid?
Ah, mostly the only way to do it is to do the thing. Just jump in, feet first, and see who comes out the other end.
That you sound like a god whaler at that point.
Now, if you know any of them, I wouldn't mind talking to them either. But I don't mean to pry into deep, dark secrets. You don't need to reveal the depths of your techniques to show off a few tricks. I've got tricks. Vern has very impressive tricks.
I'm sure Vern has tricks, and they'll look again at you.
Wait, damn it.
Uh, Mine mostly don't involve swords. Uh, However,
Ooh,
if you would
now
like,
and they'll lean forward. Okay, now I'm interested. Go on. Oh, you were being a little more literal, weren't you?
I was, but I could be figurative too.
Okay, I'm interested again. I I appreciate your interest, Nonius Vern, in this. You have caught me at an awkward time on these things, and uh, I I am a person who does not open up easily, and certainly I guard my techniques carefully. So while I appreciate your interest, I must decline to show off.
Well, that's a shame. But I did come here for action. Vern, I think, came here for fun. So if we're not going to duel, where does that leave us?
Vern and Robles will again look at you.
Uh, I fun is good. What would you suggest? Like
Well, we could, if you'd like, I could show you some interesting places in, and now, like Nonius, you're not even on the radar anymore. I
Cunning.
I could show you some interesting places around in the Archivist Quarter, perhaps some some odd sites. Walk you through there, keep you out of the wars that are going on between the various screed riders and such there.
oh yeah, I would appre- I think I'm going to need your protection. I think I'm going to need to stay near you when you do that.
I will keep you safe. And does that feel like an okay place to cut that scene?
It's the worst place to cut that scene.
So that's when Nani's
Nanius
stalks
storms
off.
back to the boat. Uh, let's come to Cass. Cass, uh, do you want to do something? Do you want to wait till Captain Humayan comes back? What would you like to do?
Hmm, I do want to go see the ships.
You're going to make your way down there?
Yes.
All right. Uh, you will make your way over to that area, kind of moving down. Again, that cavern is clearly where they're doing the work. It's also clearly like they don't just let anyone in there. Would you like to break in? By break in, I mean sneak in, slide in, find your way in.
I'm trying to think. I don't think of Cass as being a person who breaks in per se. He would be like, certainly there's someone here that will allow me to pass because there are ships. Does that make any sense?
So you want to find someone to parlay with?
I suppose so. Yes, I
Okay.
do.
So you will find a person who seems to be kind of the manager here, kind of overseeing the incoming and outgoing, and is at the entryway to in there. And what do you say to them?
I'm gonna ask a question.
Yep.
Can I hear the ship screaming per
Oh yeah.
se, or is
Oh yeah.
okay? So
Oh yeah.
so um, and I sort of say, the the ships that you are taking apart, uh, they are screaming. Uh, I would like to do something to help them pass in a less painful manner. I am ship's groom Cass.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Um, like,
If you could hear it, you would know what I was talking about. And you probably
yeah,
only do your work because you can't hear it.
that does seem like a useful thing. I wouldn't, I've never been a butcher. Uh,
Exactly. Exactly. And yet you and yours are butchering.
mhm. Aye, aye. You're not the first one to come and say this.
Yeah.
So typically at this point, you'd make an offer to try and convince me to let you pass. Since what you're offering is to silence something that I can't hear,
Mm.
does seem like we're at an impasse unless you have another suggestion, young lord.
I am no lord. I am.
And that was a courtesy. That was a courtesy statement.
Uh,
Perhaps a bit of mockery to it, but I was trying to be polite.
oh well. We come from very different worlds. I recognize this. Um, I, I merely wish to visit the
Oh yeah.
church.
Man, oh man, I hate those fancy lands. So yeah. So
It sort of stops and says, "My work is not fancy. It is from dawn till when." And he sort of stops and says,
but you're about to put an offer on the table, I believe.
and I think he sort of stops and he goes, "Well, there is a shanty sword here in town. Have you heard them sing before?"
Let's have you roll parlay.
What does that take?
Polish.
Oh, Lord. I'm just a kid. I'm literally 15. Uh, okay. So roll with polish. It's a -1. Oh, do I want to spend?
I, you have a one, a zero in polish, it looks like
Oh,
to
I have a
me.
0.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Phew. Oh, so I do. That's it. Fabulous. I guess I will roll. It might not go well. Safety roller. Let's go to this roller. Okay. It it's like exactly cocked.
It shows on the side. You have
Okay.
a 7.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. I like that. All right. Uh, well, perhaps make an arrangement. I can listen to the song of such a person this evening, and then afterwards, I will let you past, let you wander around these docks for a little while, with the understanding that you will not get in anyone's way in their work.
I won't.
All right. And holds out his hand.
This I am not upset by. Like
Okay.
he's not a fancy boy.
Oh, right, right.
So,
So he will make a bargain.
okay.
Okay. And now you got to go back and make some arrangements.
I will.
Captain Humayan, what what is it that you are doing after this thing with Nonius? After you've sent Nonius to say, Nonius, get thee to a nunnery, to get that black mark
Yeah, I
cleaned up.
yeah, I would have pointed him in the right direction, I suppose. But I'm broke. So I don't know of a great deal of things that although I've got a little money left, so I guess I could oh, I shouldn't have that hoard sitting there though. That's gone. Um Let's see. Uh, I think I'm going to go and enjoy familiar places. Just kind of walking, looking about, enjoying being back in the town, and trying to, refamiliarize myself with the place before I head back to the ship. Honestly, I don't think I have any great plans here. I don't know if it seems an ill idea to go and actually poke the assassin pirate captain right now. I think that she probably is not someone for me to bother. And I've done my talk with Mai, so yeah, I think I'm
Well,
just enjoying the town.
let me ask you this. Uh, like, if you would like something to happen, you can always spend a luck and twist fate.
I can do that.
Yeah. That is an easy way to to like uh spot an opportunity, see an important NPC. Like that seems to me like a useful way to twist fate.
It's a good idea. Sure then. How about I do that? I think I will spend one of my luck and maybe run into an important NPC.
Absolutely. Uh should I tell you who they are, or do you want to spend another luck and you tell me who they are?
No, surprise me.
I am going to 9. Hang on one second here. Let me check my little list. You will see come out of one of the taverns a figure who you ran into before when you were a captain.
Hmm.
What happened that put you in a standoff with one of the Stormhawks?
Ooh, let me look real quick again. The Storm Hulks are our
They're
let's
in the
see.
weird, in the faction
Yeah.
choices, F40.
Yes, they try to look for Storm's powers, get into the big mess of those. What did I do to run afoul of one of those? Hmm. I think that in as a storm had we had weathered a storm and we had countered one of these chasers as it had passed us by and in our sort of having dealing with the aftermath of the storm, we had kind of gotten in their way, blocked them from following, and it had ended up being kind of a little running battle. We couldn't quite get away from them, but they were unwilling to just let us go, and eventually we had to parlay our way out of it.
Male or female figure
I
here?
think Bale.
Okay. I'll put him in the NPC tab. And you have seen him before. He has, as a lot of people do, uh, a weirdness. Again, we call those oddities. And his weirdness is that it does look like his hair is kind of in water, and crackling a little bit with like a little bit like there's a storm going on somewhere in the body of water. Um, the storm hulks, these people, lots of people hide their oddities. They keep them hidden away. They when they, especially the physical manifestations, but these people don't care. Uh, and he will see you and he will say, "Nice hat."
Thank you. It was a gift.
Ah, a bloody gift, I'm guessing.
It was won by the sword, yes.
Kind of comes forward and he clearly could kind of see, and he gets up and like he kind of focuses in and he goes, "Oh, we've met before, haven't we?"
We have indeed. How's the weather?
Uh, it is it is too calm for my taste at this moment, but this is the way of things. Remind me of the circumstances of our meeting.
Mm,
Feel
we
free to
ran
embellish or lie. My memory is poor these days.
we ran afoul of each other in foul weather, and after a considerable disagreement by gunpowder, we eventually came to an understanding and parted ways.
What was the name of your former ship?
Um, the Jolly Jape.
She says, "Ah, yes, the Jolly Jape. Is she in port?"
No, I now sail the Star Seeker.
A ship of legend.
Indeed. And is your ship here in port?
I I am here on an outrigger. There was business to attend to here while my ship is out in pursuit of a thing.
Mm,
Come, we don't have swords crossed or cannons blazed at one another. Let us go and sit and talk.
certainly. I'll stand you a drink, old friend.
And then I will stand you one after that. And he'll go and sit down with you. And I think it becomes apparent kind of in his discussion that like uh he's not saying it outright. And usually these people are pretty forthright, but he does like, well, so have you seen any interesting storms, anything unusual out there? And it becomes pretty quickly apparent to you that he's asking around about the ash storm, but not saying
Mm,
anything like not trying not to name it.
I, uh, I did run across something rather unusual. A storm of ash, cinder.
Did you pass through it?
Only its edges, but we. It was a great danger. Obviously, our rigging.
It can catch fire if you're not careful there, the ash fall from it.
Have
Did you
you heard of this thing?
Oh, yes, it is what my ship is trying to essay even as we speak. Uh, I'll not mince words. Did you see anything inside the storm?
Did we?
Yes, those whales
Oh,
pushing that thing
yeah.
along.
Yes, a pod of whales.
And and what were they doing?
Uh, they had something that they were herding along with them.
Captain, I assume in your logs you have the sounding and the location of where and when you saw that storm?
I do. It was north of Corset
He
Landing.
holds his hand up and he says, "If you will give me a short time to look over your logs, I will stand you a treasure."
I think that is reasonable. I would also hear if in your travels, I've heard a rumor that there is an infernal black coin.
We have we have not faced him. To face him will require several of our vessels. We know that. We have I do not say this easily, but we have taken to our heels when we have seen him there. But we have seen the aftermath of his work. Uh, a good few weeks to the east was the last piece of evidence I saw. It was the wreckage from, I'm guessing, three, maybe four vessels from the Rat Legion,
Hmm,
all
I see.
all sunk. And then they nailed the survivors to the driftwood and put them back in the water.
Good lords. That is disturbing indeed.
We got the story from the one who had not yet met his demise. He passed soon after, but he told the story of this black pirate drawing out the people from the water and then inflicting this upon them.
Balthus indeed. Eh, Well, if you wish, you may come aboard my ship and I'll make the logs available.
Absolutely, absolutely. And he will go with you and he will look over the logs. You see him copy down the headings and things and the note that you put in the log to record it. And he will pull out a bag of coins and he will hand that to you, a treasure's worth. And then he will reach into his pocket and he will pull out a a steel coin with engravings on it, and he will hand that to you, and he will say, "My people are not kind or merciful, but if you have need, this will tell them that you have done a favor for our kind."
I thank you.
No, you have done me a good service here, Captain.
And the information you've given me gives me much to think on. Uh, May the seas rise and the winds blow.
And to you as well, may the storms be ever at your back. And he will head out. Nonius, what do you do after you get back from the visit with you and the captain to Langshimei?
Um, suppose I can at least go check in at that temple. The captain was fairly explicit.
Okay. So you're going to track down a temple of the city?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, uh, there are a couple of these around. You kind of ask, you have the sense that uh, uh, like the locals know what they are, and the incoming tradesmen have some sense of this, and the locals are kind of clearly like if you're asking about the city temple, then that's not a good thing kind of reaction to this. Uh, but eventually they will direct you to a stall on the Avenue of Colts there over in the what was the word we used for the district? Hang on, I've got the name of it. The cultivist district.
That's it,
Uh,
yes.
uh, so you go down a cult alley, and there are various stalls, people calling out to you about, how this god could save your soul, and this one could harm a foe, and all of this. And eventually you come, and there is a very plain uh, stall. It has the mark of Horizon there, and you will see there is this lovely young woman sitting inside, seems to be copying things over, and she'll look up and she'll say, "Hello,
Hello.
can I help you?"
Ideally. So you seem to serve a very judgmental god. What is it that makes it some sort of donation?
What makes it? I don't quite follow what you're saying there.
Your city, this city,
Yes, this is the one of the shrines for the animus, the spirit, the god of the city.
and when it's unhappy, what do you do to make it happy?
Well, there are a variety of rites and such that we do to please it, to honor it. We clean the streets. We wash buildings. We do all the things that one considers good for the sense of the city and civic upkeep.
What's the fastest one that doesn't involve sweeping?
Can I ask what the matter is, sir? My name is Maurice, and yours
Ah,
is?
Nonius. Well,
And
I
she'll take out a little book and she'll open it up and she will there's a list of names and she will write down your name.
I don't like any of this.
So what is the matter? Do you want to step inside and see if you'd like to speak privately, we can do that. I have some tea I can offer you. I have a little bit of sugar.
Thank you. I
Come and sit, and there's a very plain chair there, and she will go over and she will m- make some tea. The water's kind of sitting on a little hot brazier there, and he'll pour the water, and then you see her go over and very carefully measure out, like clearly sugar is very dear, but she does put a little bit of sugar in the tea, and she will bring it back to you. Here you go.
so I have over the years had great experience with makeup used to great effect. It's
Mhm.
good for scares. It's good for seduction. It's
But but
really
but
just
but
good for fashion in general.
are you a theater person then? Is this arm a prop? Because if it is, it's truly wondrous. It's a beautiful arm.
Uh, it's something a bit more permanent than that, but
Oh,
it was a gift.
oh, is it a prosthetic then?
Yes.
Oh, it is very well done. It is very ornate.
Well, thank you. And as you can see, as an accessory, it really goes with the overall look and vibe. But I have to say, and I
Oh yes, you're
will,
going for hot dashing pirate. I get it. Yes.
You? Okay, yes, you do get it.
Yes. Who
But
wouldn't?
I've been asking myself that a lot today. Anyways, I'm afraid that I don't think I appreciate your city's sense of style and makeup, and I will take off the half skull mask. This whole thing, it just
Oh,
doesn't go.
oh, oh, you did something bad.
No,
You did something the city did not like,
yes,
and you don't want to admit that it's bad.
it was not. It was in
Exactly
service of someone great.
as I say, as I say.
It was in service of someone greater, and instead of something much, much worse.
Would you like to tell me what you did, or do you think that would ruin our communication?
Well, you have been very open with me, and I think I am coming to appreciate your opinion. There was a dockmaster, some functionary,
Hmm.
who came onto my captain's ship on its deck amongst his crew and thought it would be funny to insult him to his face and all of our crew.
Oh, that doesn't
And
seem right. Yeah.
I also agree it was not a wise or kind action. But I, being responsible and beneficent person I am,
Showed him
decided that
up
I
and
would not.
humiliated him when you got to the town.
Yes,
Oh, that's excellent.
decided I would not, in fact, take his head or some other limb from him
Oh, yeah. Well,
in
certainly
recompense.
a response it has to be proportionate to the insult, obviously.
Exactly.
So how did you respond?
Well,
Because, but well, I'll let you go on. I apologize for interrupting you.
it was mostly just a reminder, a monument that death follows us all. And I wanted him to be aware of how close he had been standing to his own death in a series of very small reminders.
That's decidedly vague, but that's all right. I'm a simple woman. No, it is no matter. If you wish, I will commune with the city, and they'll tell me what you did and what you need to do to clear things up. If you wish
That
me to do
would be
that.
lovely.
Oh, absolutely.
Is there some sort of fee? Is there due for you in return for
Well,
this service?
that's entirely on your own conscience after we work this out.
Well, then maybe I'll see how the whole result goes.
Absolutely. Um, Hold on for a moment, and she will go and sit. Uh, Pours you another cup of tea, and she says, "This may be a moment or two." So,
Oh, more. Thank you.
yeah, and she'll sit. Yes, good morning. Hmm. He what? What? Plague? Uh, um, are you sure you got the right person? It's Gold Arm. Yes. All right. No, I understand. I understand. You come from a very different world than I do, if you believe that that was commensurate with the insult done.
The insult
Oh, no, no, no.
is
You don't have to.
magnified.
You don't have to justify or anything. I'm not.
No, I'm
I'm
just
saying it is.
explaining. The insult, though seemingly minor, is magnified by the one it was laid on.
So, they will remove that mark if you will have your captain come and obeys himself at the city temple.
So not like a donation box or something.
No, no, that's what the city asks for, and there's no cost. Often there is some public work or donation of money or so on.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's come back around. Fine, you've talked me into it. How much sweeping?
Oh, no, 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 that would usually be the case, but this is what the city asks for, so you know,
And it's you definitely weren't faking that whole. It's because I mean, it's as
you
gods go, that was
you
very conversational.
summoned a ritual. You did a ritual to summon all diseased rats to the doorway of the.
No, just ones who are close to death.
You understand that there is a diagram in which those things overlap very strongly.
Well, yes, but I
Perhaps you did
I
not think
resent
it.
the
Well,
implication
no,
that
no.
I
I
was.
just mean perhaps you had not thought through your decision.
Oh no, I considered it very carefully. As I said,
So you understood
he's
that
still alive.
close to death. Oh, no, he is not. He is quite ill, as are several people there in the house. You have brought sick and dying rats into the city.
What, did they
Uh,
go around licking them?
you understand? You understand that disease are spirits. They are malia that gather and in numbers will sicken the people who are around them.
That doesn't sound right.
No, no, it's very scientific.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. Science. Oh, I thought this was. I've been mistaken. I thought this was something
Do you
serious.
do
Or
you need me to write a note to your captain
what?
to explain to him the situation?
I- No, I don't need you to write a note to my.
I can write. I have my letters.
I'm not doubting your ability to. No, but thank you so much for the offer.
I'm sorry this has been stressful for you.
That's kind. And you wouldn't be able to check back in with your gossip buddy to see if there's anything else on its to-do list.
Well, probably not since you called him the god of the city, my gossip buddy, which does also speak to a certain dismissiveness of this. It is entirely fine. I mean, you can. It is a mark. I'm sure you can get along with that just fine.
Again, to be clear,
Yes.
it was not dismissiveness. It was extreme judgmentalness.
Interesting, because sometimes those look very close to one another.
You do love comparing things, don't you? Apples, oranges, it's all really the same to you.
Again, I am a simple woman.
Well, thank you. You have given me so much to consider.
I hope so. I hope that you have a pleasant day. I hope things go better for you.
I hope you have a productive afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll get up and sweep out with a swirl of my cape.
She does, her eyes do linger because that is a dashing figure.
I
Uh,
do, as I'm stepping out into, the door out into the outside with the light shining around, I do pause for just like a little longer than I need to make sure that the whole, give her something to
the
appreciate.
full effect
Yes.
hits. Uh, let's take a break and then we'll come back with Vern, okay? So let's take 10. So, Vern,
Yeah.
uh, Robles will, if you wish, uh, uh, take you over to the academic quarter, to that area, to the uh, section of the city that is a little bit strange. Um,
Awesome.
Let me grab that up here. Let me grab up the book I'm using for this. So, the archivist district here, uh, you will see that it is a lot of different buildings here. The wind cuts through here weirdly, which is certainly a factor when there are people writing and creating stuff. It does summon up the winds. And the streets are stained with ink, black ink, red ink, iridescent ink. You can smell the delicious, to your scent, smell of vellum,
Hmm.
and also like pulp paper, the paper making and all of that. Uh, and you can see that there are copyist shops and scribes. There are people here who do a brisk business at the sort of the entryway for writing letters for people who are illiterate. But there are also record keepers and things like that. And there are people that come and trade here. A lot of the pirates, lords and stuff, books and things are a valuable resource, so they will come and have them preserved, repaired, copied,
Hmm.
all of that kind of thing. Uh, and you definitely see there are a number of binderies here, places that are just about rebinding books. Of course, all of this is very physical, but there's also a certain amount of this being magical. Like
Uh-huh.
there are tools and techniques and things like that. Uh, but the thing that you will see is that there appears to be a lot of broadsheets written by different archivist factions spread around. And it's difficult to take in at a glance, but it seems like there must be a number of factions arguing over little bits and things.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, hmm, where do I start here? I am curious about the things that they're arguing over.
Uh, so you will see that there seems to be some uh, arguments right now. There is a guild to this that organizes and oversees all that. And as guilds do, they hold on tightly to those things.
Hmm.
Uh, there's some arguments about whether writers should be in this guild or should be their own guild or so on. There's some arguments,
Right.
very, very dismissive of creatives. These
Uh-huh.
people are people who are writing things down. They don't create things, they're copying and recopying. Uh,
Right. Okay.
they are, there's apparently a rogue operation here that has posted some things that calls itself the Transparent Press, which seems to be fighting against the tyranny of the scribal guilds. Uh, uh, and there is there are a number of things that warn about the subversive, dangerous cult of the incendiary annotation.
I mean, obviously, I got to check that out.
Uh, you will find that apparently what this is some kind of group that has a singular interpretation of historical texts and
Okay.
are given to torching oppositional manuscripts and texts and teachings and that kind of thing. And apparently they try to keep them out of here, but the rumor is that they are in fact actually sponsored by the uh, the Inks and the Royal Navy. That
Okay.
there
Okay.
is a concerted, and this is just a rumor, a concerted effort to rewrite the history of this region in a very particular way.
Okay. Um, that is interesting to know. You got to keep when you come to a place like this, you got to find out about all the squabbles so that you don't accidentally like bring up the wrong thing to the wrong person. And yeah, I've been chased out of a few libraries. It's not good.
Absolutely. Is there anything you want to do move wise or twisting fate
Um,
wise or anything?
ooh, uh, yeah, let's see here. Interesting fate sounds good. Pockets, opportunity. Let's see. Um,
What do you think?
um, hmm. I think I would like to learn about uh wait, never mind. That's not what I want to do. Um, I think I would like to uh so there's let me see. All right. Let me see exactly how this move works. Sorry.
Sure.
I have never used this move before. Spend one luck to add to the scene. Okay, it's not a roll. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can just spend fate. You can spend one fate to have something pop up, or you can spend or two luck to have it pop and tell me what it is.
Um, hmm. I'll just spend one luck. And I would like to spot a fleeting opportunity.
You will, as you are seated there, uh, hear a mewling, and you will see like a couple of scribes kind of walk past it and ignore it. But you will see this mewling, and you will see this cat come out from between the buildings, and it is made of paper. It is
Well, that's different.
a paper cat, and it kind of looks up at you. It's like there's very, very faded writing on the paper, but it kind of looks over and kind of comes and does that mewling and puts its little paws up on your leg and kind of looks up at you.
I've never seen
Black
a paper
ink
cat before,
eyes
but
there.
seems harmless enough. So I'm like, kind of like, oh, hi, buddy, how you doing? Uh,
It does that mule
how'd you
of
get here?
please feed me. You know this well.
hmm
Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. I've seen cats before. Like, well, what do you eat? You're a paper cat.
and one of the scribes walked by. Uh, don't get involved with that. It eats pages. It eats things. You don't want to be around that thing. And it kind of
Um,
walks on. It's bad luck to kill it, or I'd set it on fire. And as he walks past,
it's pages. Well, I I like kind of bring out my ever-present notebook, and I'm like, well, here I've got a blank page in the back, to turn out. Like, here, is this what
and
you're pestering me for?
and it will take it and it will eat that page, and its skin slash fur will kind of turn a little bit the color of your notebook page, and whatever words were written on it will fade and it will be blank again, and it will hop up onto your shoulder, and it is purring.
Uh, okay, okay, but you can't just eat random pages, all right? I need some of them.
And Robles is looking at you very much. You can see that she is thinking, that is a soft touch right there. But in fact, Robles will stop and will like buy a cheap bound pulp paperback from one of these things, and will hand it to you, and we'll say, there you can have that to feed the little monster.
Yes, I will feed the paper cat. Like, partly because I'm curious about like what happens when it.
When it eats it, that the writing that is on the page will appear on its skin.
Huh, okay. That's very cool.
Uh,
Um, okay.
I know that is what it does.
Yeah, I appear to have a paper cat now. The cat distribution system works in this world too, apparently.
Absolutely. It will follow along with you. Uh, it will aid on paper-based rituals,
Okay, cool.
provided it is
Destroy the
fed. It's
evidence.
provided it is
I
fed.
just trying
It
to.
is fed regularly. It will do that.
Yep.
Uh, Cass, you come back to the boat.
Mhm.
Do you want to tell the captain what you're up to? Do you want to make arrangements with the bard? What do you think?
Uh, I think we should talk to the bard because I was like, um, essentially a lot of times I know he does go and sing and things, so I go to see if that's his plan for the evening. Um, that would be handy. But if not, but I ask him, I say, there
What
are
do you
people.
need, Cass? You're asking around. You are not the most subtle of the young lads.
I I have not had particular need for subtlety, but life is getting more complicated. Uh, they are taking apart the ships down below, and I can hear them screaming. I would like permission to go lay them to rest. But the one who is in charge wanted a favor, and I have nothing to give him. But I thought if you were performing this evening, I could send him your way, because that is always a treat and a rare one.
Ha have him come here, and I will play for him if that is what you wish, and to get this thing.
You sure?
I'm sure, though you may not like the end result when you have to go and deal with those ships.
I know.
Tell your captain.
I will do that.
And I think we'll see Humayun like saying goodbye to uh, uh, the Stormholt captain, Netrokani, at this point, and he'll kind of bows and leaves.
I wait till I know he's out of hearing, and I say, smells like the storms.
You say that to me?
Yes.
Oh, yes, he's a member of the Stormhawks.
Ah,
Yes, someone I ran afoul of some time ago, but time changes things. He had a bit of news that he was able to tell me, and he wanted to know about the unusual storm we ran across. Apparently, his ship and captain are looking for it. The ash storm that we encountered.
oh, and whatever it was that the whales were.
Yes, he was most interested. He wanted to get us the coordinates. I imagine that they are, uh, well, they're loons, each and every one of them, but they're probably wanting to track down nothing more foolish I can imagine than sailing a ship into a firestorm.
Mm. Still, the whales were using it for cover for something.
True, but it's not usually. The Stormhawks usually care more about the storms than well, I don't know. They do tend to find any oddity interesting.
And storms do stir up the most interesting things, don't they?
Well, that's very true. And I'll kind of be holding this still coin, but I go, but it does give a favor to be remembered by the Stormhawks in case of something unpleasant if we encounter them.
Mm,
I'll kind of put it in a vest pocket.
that is handy.
What have you been up to? Have you been enjoying the harbor? Was I not correct? A city of infinite delights.
Um, I I do not doubt that that is the case. However, I can only hear the ship screaming. So I have,
Ships screaming.
if there's a cavern where they are taking the ships apart.
Yes, dismantling hulls, I imagine.
Yes. It is not a thing that is going peaceably. Um,
Mhm.
so
Well,
I had hoped to be able to go to visit them. Perhaps
Are you sure it wouldn't be disturbing to you, Cass?
it will be disturbing, but I will not be ignoring them.
Well, I mean, in case many ships reach
If
an
the
end of
Star
their
Seeker were
service.
in despair, wouldn't you want me to go and stick with it?
I would. I would. I worry for you and your. Uh, you could get a bit overwrought by the emotion of it all.
There is something that will always bring me back to the ship. You need not worry, Captain.
Well, I have faith that you will return. I just worry that you will be. I hate to see you be upset, and it is the natural course of ships to sometimes reach the end of their service. Uh, as people grow old and die, so too does a ship. Though I will admit, a ship has much higher likelihood of surviving longer than a person if well tended to.
Truth. It's just that even when it's a person who is old and passing, if they are alone in pain, it seems that there should be someone who sits with them.
Well, if it is something that you are determined to do, then feel free. But I would ask that you not interfere with the work there. Eh, It does serve some necessary purpose, and you can sort of think. I have heard some who believe that when a person passes, that it is but a transient thing, that you are reborn, that you have the opportunity to live many lives. I don't know if I entirely believe that, but I have heard it. It is much more true for these ships.
It's a crackle of thunder that comes down in the sky, Captain, out of the clear blue sky, as you say that, and the ship kind of vibrates.
Oh. Huh. That's strange.
Yes.
Hmm. Well, as I was saying, for the ships, they very much get a chance to live again as a new ship. The pieces and parts coming together to be fresh and new.
Still, the transition is not easy.
No, no, I imagine not. I will be kind of keeping an eye on at, at the thunder strike.
Just a crackle of that clear blue sky. And you look
Hmm,
around, everybody looks up like it clearly everybody heard it.
odd. Well, as I say, if it is something you wish to do, then you have my blessing. Would you like to have an escort, some of the crew, at least one of the crew, perhaps, to
This is the
accompany you?
chance to have a time at port. They should have that. I have chosen this.
Well, all the
Also,
same, you are an officer of the ship, and it is possible that you might need someone. We could find a crewman who is more familiar with the port that could help direct you.
I was there. I am fine, sir. I appreciate your concern. Um, I I would like you to know that the Shanty Sword is going to perform this evening on the ship, and the overseer will probably come to see that performance. So there will be a guest on the ship.
The overseer.
The person who's the one working on the ships, on the people. It's the leader, the manager,
Of the
people who are
one.
dismantling the ships.
I see, I see. It's coming. All right. To hear a shanty here. Well, if you wish to invite a guest, that's perfectly fine.
All right. Thank you.
Hmm. Do be careful.
Yeah, it will be a difficult evening. I suppose. I will find out. I've never seen this before, done this before, but it feels like it's my time.
I would feel somewhat more comfortable if you would allow me to send someone with you.
And he goes, I will be talking to Holes.
As you wish.
Let me bring Nonius back in, if I may. Nonius, can I bring you back to the ship at this point? Or are there other things that you wish to do in town before you return to talk to the captain?
No, I thought this was a serious-minded town, but they seem infected by science, and it's just nothing is right here.
So, Captain Humayun, I think you have some gauge of the weather and Nonius's moods, and he does not look well pleased, I would say. Would you say that's a true way to say it, Nonius?
It's yes.
Ugh, seems there's storms and lightning everywhere. Ugh. Nonius, have you enjoyed your time ashore?
I would never say anything bad about a city that you seem so fond of.
You don't share my. I you seem to have a jaunty little scarf about your head there. What brought on this new fashion accessory?
It's not important, Captain.
Uh,
Yes?
so you've not enjoyed your time in port.
I can't say that I overly agree with the mindset of the general populace of this city. They seem to have their priorities all in a mix.
How so?
Well, they don't appreciate art, for one.
Really? I've they've certainly they're quite good at appraising it for resale. I can tell you that much.
There's a disturbing obsession with science infecting the populace.
Science.
Yes, I know. It's upsetting. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bring up such crass topics
Where have
around you.
you been to see this science?
It is. It's not important. I'm probably making too much of nothing.
I think, Lowell, I would like to use a move here.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Um, takes one to know one. I would like to read someone.
All right. Let us have you roll vinegar.
All righty. And eh, I don't think I'm going to use a luck. I think I'll just roll if I because I could use bonds afterwards. All right. Oop, oop. Well, that's an 11.
That is an 11.
So I can ask two. Um,
And again, this we're not, Patrick. This you are because this is a move impinging on you as a character. You can decide whether you want to accept this or would rather not have a move targeted at you.
Oh, no. This is
Okay,
fine.
I always want to check in on that.
Thank you.
um, how can I get you to come clean over what's got you upset? I can tell that you're bothered and you're kind of obfuscating what it is from me. How can I get you to tell me what's bothering you?
Hmm. I'm not exactly sure of the how, but I can tell you the why.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you've seen this look before, and it is Nonius has decided to take something onto himself to keep you from being dirtied by it, from having to deal with it.
Mm,
You know, he did this whole thing because there was this impingement on your honor, and asking you to go into the middle of the city and debase yourself would just to undo everything he did.
let's see. Um, so I think that really probably answered more of what is your true intentions here than the other. So which would have been kind of what I would have gone to next
Hmm.
anyway. Um,
it, uh, if you directly order him about things, he will probably do what you.
gotcha. Um, I if Cass is still kind of there, I will, Cass, be as I say, be careful. But I look forward to your return. Uh, and no, it's gonna, and we'll move you off towards the seaward side of the ship so that we're looking out to sea rather than at the city. Uh, I get the feeling that you're trying to protect me from something, and
That
I
is
appreciate
my
that,
job, sir.
and I greatly appreciate that. But you can tell me what you're protecting me from, and eh, there's no need to keep secrets from me.
It is not an onerous thing or something that I think you should concern your time with.
But it has caused you to be disturbed.
I'm I'm sorry that I am letting personal troubles spill over onto you.
Oh, we are too good of companions for you to be quite so formal on this. I shan't press you if you do not desire it. But again, there's no need to keep from me information or knowledge of what it is that you are doing in my interests. You're not in any trouble, are you?
Never any that we can't sail away from.
That seems like quite again, a bit of an obfuscation. Very well. If you wish to keep it to yourself, so be it. It is a shame that two of my boon companions have both found this city that I have such fond memories of unpleasant. Hopefully, Vern will come back with a much more positive feel to the city. Apparently, Cass is bringing guests on tonight. Eh, Cass is going to the scrap yards.
Of ships?
Yes, I believe he's disturbed by the process.
You'd want to stay away from it then.
I believe he wishes to stand vigil to give some comfort. But eh, eh, I suppose we will. I suppose that I will arrange for us to see the crew through a quicker shore leave than I had perhaps intended, and maybe we'll begin sailing west sooner than I thought. Oh well.
If you would like me to watch over Cass, I have great experience with vigils.
Uh, Cass does not seem to wish anyone to accompany them, but if you wish to catch up with him and offer, uh, I certainly will not be displeased. But do not force yourself on him. He's a young man. He must see through difficulties on his own. He'll grow from it. But I don't think it would go amiss if he is not, if he has some companionship. But again, don't force him yourself. We don't force folks to do what they don't want to do here on the ship unless it's absolutely necessary, eh?
Yes, Captain.
Hmm. Bart, tell me when Mr. Causey returns. I could use a good story. I'll be in my cabin.
All right. So I think we're going to be here in town a little bit longer than maybe I thought we were. I think I want to stop here, and well, I want to start next time with uh getting Cass to the checking out the breaker, and I want to give Vern another round of talking with Robles, possibly, and that kind of thing. And if there's any other business that we want to check in, but this will be our last episode here because then we're going to move on. We're going to roll for the fame thing because when you leave it that,
Mhm.
so that there might be a departure thing, and head on either to Tang Chao or to somewhere else if another mission presents itself. Does that seem reasonable?
Yep, yep.
Okay. Let's do a quick stars and wishes, and then we'll talk a little logistics. Uh, Nani, I put you on the spot today, didn't I? Can I start with you?
Sure. Um, I do like this place, even though Nonius is hating it. Um, the idea of like a death watch for the not just the decommission, but the dismantlement, the taking apart of these ships is a really interesting idea. I think that's very cool, Sherry. Um, and I still think Robles is cool. Like the investing identity and soul into something that is so tied to them, and then there's lots of themes we've had so far in that, like, between death and life it's not so much of a wall as just an ever shifting veil, a thin sheet that we can see through and interact with things on the other side of, is a really interesting theme that keeps coming up.
Speaking of themes, one thing I wanted to stress, but I kind of lost it in the passage, is the idea that that storm chaser, like we've had eyes and vision and things like that, that there is something wrong with his vision. He had to get close to you to
Hmm.
see you in that moment. I wanted to lay
Mm,
that out there as another theme that we've kind of touched on with Nonius and with others with about sight and vision and such. I want to put that out there.
Gotcha.
Okay. Uh,
and
yeah.
just as with Captain Humayan, I do think it's interesting the way that you're building up your command of the ship, like your unwillingness to order Nonius to open up. I didn't quite expect, but it does fit very well with how you've been building things. And it's also a little bit like you do tend to lead a little bit through guilt.
I'm just disappointed.
Not mad. I would never order you to.
I love it. Vern?
Yeah, I stars for all of the NPCs. This like on this island, they're all cool, they're all interesting, and they all seem to have their own thing going on. Um, I I get a sense that all of them have their own thing going on, like that they may or may not reveal, and that we may or may not get involved in at any given time. So yeah, I liked all of them. The um and and Patrick stars for and Lol stars for the entire interaction between Nonius and the cult the city cult person whose
She
name
was a delight.
I did not catch.
Mercy.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. Yes. So
Awesome.
cool.
Cass.
You muted,
Muted.
love.
Sorry about that. It's like my office ways are creeping over. So it was delightful. I love the paper cat. I loved
Yes.
just it's such a great detail, such a great problem. In the smallest, tiniest little, hopefully not too waterlogged way. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed all the visits that you got to do and people that you got to talk. I love conversations with NPCs. They're just such a great way to reveal the world. Nanius was absolutely reprehensibly unwilling to even consider some remediation for the situation. It was striking and awesome. And I'm sure that nothing will come of it. There will be no problems with the plague or
Can't imagine any fallout once we leave.
yeah,
How
or
could it affect us?
the little curse thing. I'm sure that this city can, not affect you at all from afar. And the captain was very captainy today, a good father figure and leader and fellow sea person. It was just good. You were a good human being all the way through. Makes me proud to be on this ship. And I don't know why, but I just really want to go attend to the death of some ships and have those moments. So there you go. I hope that it isn't too boring for all of you.
And Captain Humayan.
I thought this was fun, and it may have seemed like I was just aimlessly being in the city, but what I really was sort of envisioning for me and for Humayan is this return to a place that he has such fond memories of from when he was a man whose name could be conjured with. Somewhere that, that he was striding around as a giant at one time and trying to recapture that in his mind. And it felt right that I'm doing that as everyone, or at least two of our folks, are clearly not letting things go where they're happy, or they're having difficulties, and I liked that juxtaposition. And I think I told Patrick during the break, I'm like, you're being a dick, but you're being a dick for me, so I mean I can't be unhappy with that. but I I I appreciate seeing where Nonius is in his loyalty to the captain. I appreciate and like seeing where Cass coming to talk with me about this thing that is important to them and having a chance to, because in a purely practical way, Humaya does not understand exactly where Cass is. But Humaya just doesn't understand the connection that a groom has in that way, but does care that it bothers Cass. Um, I loved seeing. I mean, Vern's whole thing was so much fun and interesting, and just cool parts to it without being, any downer. Particularly, it was very positive, pleasant. Um, I thought about over and over again about when I had a doubloon, what my doubloon power was probably like, and I'm sort of building this idea that I used my doubloon to it was a constant party when you were on the Jolly Jade and amongst the fleet. And I sort of made this party to bring in, that's how I accumulated a fleet and all of that. But that has its opposite side of things not getting done well. And in the end, that was what was my Achilles. That was, each of the captains has the flaw that is their thing that can be exploited. And I think in the end, that's what happened to me. Is once it began falling apart, there was nothing I could do to fix it until everything was gone. And I felt so in despair, I was willing to give up my doubloon to one of the most horrible people on the planet.
Yeah.
And here in this reframing of what I'm doing as a captain, I'm much more concerned with my crew rather than just seeing them as the product of, oh, we're having a good time running across the seas. I think Humayan is a good person. And you're a pirate. But I think Humayan is legitimately a pretty good person. But that does not, I don't know if that means he's a particularly good captain.
Mm-hmm.
He probably should have a firmer rein. He probably should say, something's wrong. Tell me what's wrong. How, let me know what's going on, Nonius. Or, Cass, I think you're going to go and something could get you in trouble. I can't lose my group. You are taking someone with you so that I know that you get back here because my ship needs you. I should probably do that. But that's not where Humayan is. And I think that makes a dynamic that is, I think, probably much more enjoyable to be playing with. I mean, if I'm just
Right.
ordering around my fellow players, that'd be shitty. Um, but I think it makes for a story that we're seeing develop for how the ship's going that is, at least to me, kind of interesting. So I enjoyed this episode for where having other people's things they were doing being reflected in how I responded. And so I really enjoyed that. Um, and as for wishes, I'm really looking forward to seeing how Cass deals with the trauma of what that's going to be. I kind of do. And because I think it could, we talk about Cass being quite young. This is a kind of growing up moment to see something like that and have to process what it means. So I'm interested. I'm really looking forward towards that seed and how that falls out. I think that'll be fun.
I want to say I really enjoyed how you played with the Stormhold captain with Metricani, and I liked how we were able to kind of build a little more of your history into that. One
Mhm.
of the things, since we have one more session, this is something I kind of tabled because I thought we were just kind of the two sessions. We've got one more session, so you should meet with Sloan next time. That's the other
Yeah.
pirate lord who's there. I think that would be another good scene to play off of who you were versus who you are in
Okay.
this, because they were in just before you dropped out. So, uh, you know, I think it's worth doing that. So I've made
Okay.
a note of that for next time. Now, I'm going to stop the recording